Republican Representative Michael Grimm of Staten Island decided to make some headlines of his own following the State of the Union address last night. Grimm was conducting a short on-camera interview with NY1 Washington bureau reporter Michael Scotto when something Scotto began asking him flew Grimm into a tailspin. Scotto was talking with Grimm about the State of the Union address when at the end of the interview, Scotto started asking Grimm a question about an ongoing federal investigation into his 2010 campaign fundraising, which have come under scrutiny after one of his fundraisers was arrested for illegally funneling money into his coffers, as well as allegations that he sought out foreign donor contributions. Needless to say, things took a turn
Just
for the
finally,
worse.
before we let you go, since we have you here, we haven't had a chance to kind of talk about some
I'm
of the.
not speaking about anything that's off topic. This is only about the president.
Well, what about? All right, so Congressman Michael Grimm does not want to talk about some of the allegations concerning his campaign finances. We wanted to get him on camera on that, but he, as you saw, refused to talk about that. Back to you.
Let me be clear to you. You have to do that to me again.
Why? It's a valid question.
No. He's not made. I'm not made.
Grimm is clearly mad about the investigation because he either did or did not break the law, and therefore he had no interest in talking about the investigation on camera, especially following the State of the Union address. Grimm seems to have felt betrayed or even ambushed, even though he agreed to be interviewed by a reporter who was likely to ask Grimm a question he is not comfortable answering. In an interview on his own network about the incident, Scotto said, quote, "At the end, I decided to ask him a question about the federal investigation into fundraising for his campaign." The key word in that sentence is decided, meaning Scotto on a whim made the decision to ask Grimm about a touchy subject. While Scotto does not have to tell Grimm what questions he is going to ask him beforehand, the circumstances seem to imply that there would only be State of the Union related questions asked, considering they were talking minutes after the speech. Regardless, Grimm should not fly off the handle because a reporter asked him a question out of left field, considering that is what reporters are notorious for doing. Grimm threatened to throw Scotto off the balcony and to break him in half like a boy. Coming from a former Marine and person with a history of verbal threats, it's not a surprise Grimm made those comments. However, Grimm has been in Congress since 2011 and likely knows that the second after an interview is over, the camera and sound are still rolling and capturing every moment. Apparently, Grimm's temper overpowered any logic rattling around in his brain.